Sometimes in life, one of the biggest mistakes we make is comparing ourselves to others. We often say, "Why is he so blessed and I am not?" But we forget something important. His path and yours are not the same. Remember this: if a tortoise tries to run as fast like a horse, it will spend its entire life believing it is not fast enough, even though it has its own unique strength. Nowadays, because of social media, this habit of comparison has become very common. We see someone else's success, and suddenly, we feel left behind. We forget our own abilities, our own journey, and slowly, this habit of comparison turns into depression, sadness, and low self-worth. That is why today's story will teach you how to accept yourself and cherish what you have. So stay till the end, because one word can change the way you think. Once upon a time, there was a small village near dense green hills. The streets were surrounded by endless green fields, and in that village lived a boy named Ryan. Ryan was smart and intelligent, but he had one habit that always made him sad and jealous. Ryan was always comparing himself to others. His parents were not poor, but whenever he saw his friend Simon, dressed in flashy clothes, Ryan would stand quietly in a corner and whisper, "I wish I had flashy clothes like Simon." And that thought made him sad. His neighbor Timo was rich and good at playing football. Ryan would watch him play and say, "I wish I could dribble like Timo." And when his classmates scored higher grades, he would sigh and say, "Why am I not as clever as them?" Day by day, these thoughts began to destroy him. At night, he would lie on his bed, staring at the ceiling and thinking deeply. Ryan's eyes were filled with sadness and hopelessness. He stopped focusing on himself. Quietly, his parents noticed his sudden change, and they became worried. He could not eat properly. Ryan's mind was always thinking, "How can I be like them?" One evening, Ryan's father took him to a wise old monk who lived on one of the tallest hills in the village. The monk was known for guiding people towards self-discovery. When they arrived, the monk asked the father to leave, and he stayed alone with Ryan. Ryan spoke with a heavy heart. "I work hard, I have good things, but when I see others doing better than me, I feel jealous and sad." The monk smiled gently, and with calm eyes he said, "Follow me." They walked down to the forest beneath the hill. Then the monk pointed to a tortoise walking slowly and a horse running fast. He then asked, "What do you see?" "My grandson." Ryan replied quickly, "These are just a tortoise walking and a horse running." The monk placed his hand on Ryan's shoulder and said, "If the tortoise says, 'Why can't I run as fast like the horse?' how would that sound?" Ryan laughed softly. "That would sound stupid." The monk nodded. "Now tell me, how do they live in the forest?" Ryan replied, "I think they live peacefully, even though they are different." The monk smiled again and said, "That is life. Everyone has their own path, their own strength, and their own weakness. The horse runs fast, the tortoise moves slow, but both reach their destination. The tortoise has its own special ability, so as the horse also has its strength." They walked a little further and saw an ant and an elephant feeding together. The monk asked again, "What if the ant says, 'I want to eat as many food as the elephant'? Can that be possible?" Ryan shook his head. "No, that is impossible." The monk looked at him deeply and said, "Then why do you compare yourself to someone you are not?" In life, everyone has a different journey. You have your own strengths, but maybe you just haven't discovered them yet. Focus on your path. Improve yourself, because comparison only brings pain. At that moment, something broke inside Ryan. For the first time, he understood something. Life is not about comparison, but it is about discovering who you truly are. From that day, Ryan stopped comparing himself. Instead, he focused on what made him feel alive. He worked on his studies and developed his natural talents. After some days, his confidence returned. Years later, Ryan became successful and he established his own pharmacy store. One day, he returned to the old monk and said, "Thank you." When people ask about his success, Ryan tells them only one thing: never compare yourself with others. If a tortoise tries to run like a horse, it will always feel like a failure. But if it embraces its own pace, it will definitely reach its destination. Remember this: when a river tries to contain the ocean, it will lose itself completely. But when you stop living for others and start to live your purpose, your entire life begins to transform. If this message touched you, kindly subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts. Share this with someone, and maybe you might change a life.